People keep walking into me. At least, that's what it feels like. But once I started watching the footage, I realized that walking into me could mean several completely different things. Sometimes people didn't see me. Sometimes they changed direction. Sometimes they saw me and appeared to decide that I was the one who should move. And sometimes I may have created the problem myself. So, what was really going on? I wasn't trying to prove that everyone else was walking incorrectly. I wanted to see what happened when two people appeared to need the same piece of walkway. Who moved, who didn't, and how often was the conflict actually clear? At first, I filmed almost everything. People walking, people stopping, people carrying objects, but not every person in front of the camera was an encounter. For this investigation, I needed two projected paths that appeared likely to conflict, and a visible outcome. At first, footage seemed to support my complaint. Some people were moving along one route, then changed direction into mine. Usually I moved around them. Sometimes both of us corrected, and once, neither correction happened soon enough. So yes, some people genuinely entered my path. But that still didn't explain why the encounters felt so different. Some people simply appeared to notice the problem late. They were looking somewhere else, looking at the phone, or they changed their movement after I had already predicted where they were going. Walking through a crowd depends on a prediction. A sudden stop or change of a direction can make a perfectly ordinary path surprisingly difficult. The other person appeared to see me. The path conflict appeared obvious, but they continued holding their route. I can't know what anyone was thinking. Maybe they believed they had a clearer path. Maybe they expected me to move. Maybe I misunderstood the look. But apparent awareness did not always lead to adjustment. Eye contact apparently is not a traffic treaty. And sometimes, the path itself wasn't the problem. The person passed, their accessories did not. Bags, arms, and surfboards changed the amount of space each encounter required. Then I started noticing groups. A couple does not always move like two separate people. A family does not move like four. They often behave like one large shape. Some groups moved aside together, some adjusted for the least predictable member, others maintained their formation, and everyone outside the group adjusted around them. And when a group stopped completely, the entire crowd reorganized around it. The encounters also weren't independent. Every time I moved around one person, I changed where the next encounter began. One adjustment placed me in front of the next group. The next adjustment placed me in front of another. I wasn't moving through separate obstacles. I was moving through one constantly changing system. I tried changing almost everything I could think of. My speed, my direction, my shirt, my camera, headphones, bags, which side I walked on, whether I walked alone. Some conditions looked slightly different, but the crowd and available space were changing too. So Most of the tests produced clues, not the answers. The Hawaiian shirt was especially scientific, definitely more colorful. Everything else, inconclusive. Then one encounter changed the whole investigation. I saw the couple approaching. Normally, I probably would have moved earlier, but I wanted to see who would adjust. So I waited, and suddenly, I had a problem. I was trying to observe what pedestrians normally did, but I was no longer behaving normally. By holding my line longer, I had helped create the close pass. I wasn't standing outside the system. I was one of the people negotiating the space. Once I started watching myself, I found more problems. When I stopped unexpectedly, I confused another pedestrian. Immediately after someone entered my route, I tried squeezing through somebody else's gap. And when I walked with another person, I behaved like the same wider groups I had been criticizing. I had destination too, and my shortest route also crossed other people's paths. Once I stopped looking only for failures, the largest pattern became obvious. Most people adjusted. Sometimes they moved, sometimes I moved, sometimes both of us corrected at the same time. No collision, no apology, no argument, just two tiny adjustments, and everyone continued. These encounters were easy to ignore because nothing happened, but nothing happened was the system working. I began by thinking about lanes. My lane, their lane, who enters whose space. But pedestrians don't really follow lanes. They follow destinations, entrances, friends, shades, open space. Whatever route makes sense for where they're standing. Cars follow lanes. Pedestrians follow intentions. And intentions are often diagonal. Two completely reasonable routes can cross without either person deliberately trying to walk into the other. From a distance, pedestrian movement almost looks organized. Well, not like a traffic, more like synchronized swimming. Performed by people who have never met, received no instructions, and are all heading somewhere different. Everyone predicts, everyone adjusts. Some people yield early, some yield late. Some appear to expect everyone else to move. Groups try to stay together, objects make people wider, and somehow most of the system still works. The awkward encounters were not the entire story, they were the moments where the system became visible. So what did the footage actually show? Some people changed direction into my route. Some noticed the conflict late. Some appeared to see me and continued holding their path. Bags and objects changed the space people occupied. Groups often moved as a larger units. My own behavior changed the encounters. And most of the time, somebody adjusted before anything happened. What the footage did not prove was that one shirt, one camera, one side of the path, or one type of person controlled the result. That's enough. People walking to me was not completely wrong. It was simply too small to explain what was happening. Crowd walking is a constant negotiation between routes, awareness, groups, objects, and expectations. Most of the time, the negotiation works. I thought I was investigating what other people were doing wrong. What I actually discovered was that I was part of the same system. Every time we walk through a crowd, we make tiny decisions about speed, direction, distance, and space. Most of those decisions happen without speaking. Most of them work. We only remember the awkward ones, so the next time somebody enters my path, I'll try to remember that I may also be entering theirs. Although some of them clearly saw me, they could still move a little.